Let's look at the assignment. You can do this on the computer. I'm going to show you on paper. But let's look at how to graph the linear functions. So whenever you graph, we first start, if we have y equals mx plus b, we first start with our b. That is the first thing we graph. And we graph that on the y-axis. So that's your y-intercept. So this is just a review. And then the second thing we do is our slope. And our slope is we count rise over run. Okay, so on this first one, we have y equals 3 over 4x minus 3. What is our slope? What is our y-intercept? Okay. And then using what I just told you here, you're going to graph your y-intercept and then count rise over run. You'll put a dot on the y-intercept. So the y-intercept is at -3. So I'm going to go, remember this is your y-axis, label them if you need to. X-axis is horizontal, y-axis is vertical. So we'll do y-intercept at -3. And we'll count rise over run. So we are going to rise 3, run 4. So up from this y-intercept, we're going to go up 1, 2, 3 over 1, 2, 3, 4. Now connect your points. Use a ruler. For this first page, yeah. Go ahead and do the next one. So we know our slope is -3, our y-intercept is 2. Yeah, we really do need something on the denominator. So if there's nothing on the denominator, we put 1. So graph your y-intercept, which is 2. So go to your y-axis at 2. And then you do your slope, -3 over 1. So down 1, 2, 3 over 1. Remember, that's negative. Something I forgot to mention, in this class anyway, was going on your calculator and double checking your graph with the one that's given. That'll be on the next set of problems. Okay, the next one, oh, I forgot to make the line and label my line. Okay, C and D, we need to review a little bit on this. If I have x equals a number, is there a slope though?
Yeah.
Does it even say y equals? No slope. It's not like a zero slope, it's like non-existent. What is that called in math? If it doesn't even exist. undefined. And then our y-intercept, well, let's graph it and see if it has one before we do that. Remember slope, dude? What is this? Puff, puff, positive. This is
Negative.
that's negative. What is this one?
Zero. Zero fine.
Yep. And then falling off the cliff. Undefined. So that means that this x equals 5 is a vertical line. So where would we find x equals 5? You'd find it on the x-axis. Where is 5? Yeah. So we're going to plot a point where x equals 5 and then draw the line that corresponds to its slope. So since it's an undefined slope, we're going to draw a vertical line. And that's labeled C.
How do you know that 5 was in the y-intercept?
How do I know it's not the y-intercept?
Yeah.
Because it's not written as y equals mx plus b, so I can't say it's the constant. If it was written as y equals mx plus b, then that constant would be your y-intercept.
So if it's written like that, it's the x.
Yeah, it's the x-intercept. Yep. So on this, it doesn't even cross the y-axis, so we are going to put none. And it could also be written as undefined. But we'll just put none. Okay, so then the next one, y equals -4. What's our slope on that one?
It's 0.
0, yeah, because if I were to write y equals mx plus b, there is no mx, so it's actually 0x minus 4. So our slope is 0, and our y-intercept is -4. So remember what a 0 slope looks like? Horizontal, yeah. So I'm going to write that underneath to help you remember.
Then you go down to -4 and then just draw a line horizontal.
Yep. So we go to the y-axis and go to where -4 is and draw that line. Horizontal. Put arrows on the end and label it. Okay, for each graph, write the equation of the line in slope-intercept form. So this is like that one that we just finished on our notes. So in order to write the equation, we need 2 points. So let's plot some points. I only need 2, but I could do more if I wanted, and then just pick from 2. So then we need to find our slope. What do you notice about this line though?
Negative.
Yeah, it's a negative slope. We just need to pick 2 points. I could pick these 2, those 2, those 2, those 2. It doesn't matter which 2 points you pick. You'll always get the same slope. I'm going to pick these 2. So I'm going to rise over run. So start at the one on the left. So rise is actually going to be down 1. And run 2. So then our slope is -1 over 2, or 1/2, -1/2. And then our y-intercept, where's across the y-axis? A positive one, yep. And my equation is written in mx plus b, where you have m as your slope, y-intercept is the b. And we can check it with our calculator. So that's what I want to do with y'all right now. So have your calculator open. Grab one, please, if you don't have one yet. Or open it up on your computer. Okay, let's put that in. So it'd be negative 1 over 2x plus 1. You could write it like that, or we can do it with the fraction. Alpha y equals, and it's the first one, numerator over denominator, put negative 1 over 2x plus 1. Either way is correct. Okay, and then when we hit graph, we want to compare this line with this line. Are they the same? Yep. Just this one is more zoomed in, but they are the same. One thing that I know that this helps with is if you do the wrong sign on your slope or the wrong sign on your y-intercept. So this helps. Okay, on number 2, I think this line got shifted a little bit because it should be these 2 points. Okay. So you can use those 2 points. So make sure to finish these 6 and you're done for today. We'll finish the rest the next class.
I have a question on